Assalomu alaykum. O'zbekiston Milliy universiteti Xorijiy filologiya fakulteti Ingliz filologiyasi kafedrasi o'qituvchisi Dadajanova A bugun birinchi kurslar uchun onlayn video darsini o'tib bermoqchiman. If you allow me, I will start my lesson in English. So this lesson is made special for first year students to develop their grammar skills. So the theme of today's lesson is the degrees of comparison. So in today's lesson, we are going to look at the degrees of comparison, kinds of degrees of comparison, positive degrees, degrees of equality, degrees of inequality, comparative degrees, progressive degrees, parallel degrees, superlative degrees, and also we will do some exercises and you will be given home task. So, ready? Okay, let's get started. Be attentive and come closer. So the degrees of comparison in English grammar are made with adjectives and adverbs to show how big or small, high or low, more or less, many or few of the quality, numbers, and position of the noun in comparison to the other mentioned in the other part of sentence expression. So let's look at the kinds of degrees of comparison. You know that there are generally three types of kinds of degrees of comparison, but today you will have more information about their subtypes. So kinds of degrees of comparison: positive degree, and also there are subtypes of it: degree of equality and degree of inequality. The next type of degree is comparative degree. Comparative degree has also two subtypes, so progressive degree and parallel degree. And also the last type of degree is superlative degree. Now let's look at each of them separately. What is a positive degree? One noun, person, thing, or place, and one quality about average. For example, look at the picture. So here is one man who is tall, and one building, and it is Eiffel Tower. Now let's look at the example. John is a tall man. Eiffel Tower is a tall man-made structure. In these examples, tall adjective is positive form. One subtype of positive degree is degree of equality. The adjective or adverb is in positive form, showing that two persons or things are the same, two nouns having the same quality. This kind of sentences we will use with the help of conjunction as. So the adjective between as should be in positive degree, in first its form. So look at the example. John is as strong as James, or Sevinch is as clever as her mother. So in these examples, as you saw, we are showing you that two people are equal. So let's go to the next. Degree of inequality. It is second subtype of positive degree. Here, adjective or adverbs is in positive form, showing that two people or two things or two items are not equal, are not the same. Let's look at the example. Peter is not as fast as Paul, or Abdulwahid is not as tall as Bakhtiyar. So in these examples, as you see, that two people or two items are unequal, are not having the same quality. Okay, let's go to the second type of degree of comparison, and it is comparative degree. Two people, things, or places are being compared with one adjective or adverb to show that one has more quality or quantity of the adjective or adverb than the other. So the adjective or adverb takes R or ER to its positive form and is said to be compared in comparative form. Here we ask help from the conjunction then to connect two clauses. For example, as you see in the picture, there is given a horse and a dog. A horse can run faster than a dog. So here we are comparing two items, two nouns, horse and dog. And here we used conjunction than. So we have to use here comparative form of adjective. Let's go to the next, degrees of comparison. Comparative degree. As I have already mentioned, comparative degree has also two subtypes. So progressive degree and parallel degree. Progressive degree. The two adjectives or adverbs are being compared to show that one continues to increase or decrease when the other increases or decreases. The adjective or adverb is in its comparative form with the definite article the. When we are comparing two increasing or decreasing quality, for example, the steeper the hill, the more difficult it is to push the rock up. If you remember, we use the article the with superlative form. For example, the most beautiful is superlative form, but be attentive when we are speaking about two things decreasing that are decreasing or increasing in the progress, we have to use here comparative form of adjective with article the. So let's go to the next. Parallel degree. It is also a subtype of comparative degree. The quality or quantity of the adjective or adverb continues to increase as the time passes. For example, the days are getting hotter and hotter. It is getting hotter and hotter day by day. As you see, the quantity or quality is decreasing or increasing as the time passes. And here we used conjunction and between two adjectives. So let's go to the next. And the last type of degree of comparison is superlative degree. Comparing one noun, person, thing, or place with several others of its kind to show that this particular noun has the highest degree of quality or quantity of the adjective or adverb being used to compare. The adjective or adverb takes the superlative form ending with st or est with the definite article the. The preposition of is used when comparison is among items, and in is used to specify the place, area, or position. Let's look at the example. Susan is the most intelligent girl in the class. We are comparing Susan with other girls in the class. They are more than 3. If we are comparing Susan with another girl, for Lucy, we have to use here comparative degree. So let's go to the next example. The elephant is the largest of all land animals. The giraffe is the tallest of all animals. Now, if you listen to my lesson, watched my lesson attentively, you can do easily these exercises. Let's do it together. Gerald is fast footballer in our team. Gerald is the fastest footballer in our team. Yes. We are comparing Gerald with other footballers. Let's go to the next. Tom is a stronger boy. We are not comparing. Tom is the strongest boy. No, Tom is a strong boy. It's his quality. Next, the white flower is as. So here, as conjunction. Pay attention. Here we have to use beautiful. As beautiful as a red flower. Let's go to the next. The heavier the weights, the difficult it is to lift them. The heavier the weight, the more difficult it is to lift them. Right. The sea is getting rough and rough. Right? The sea is getting rougher and rougher. The sea is getting the rougher and the rougher. The sea is getting rougher and rougher. And the last, Mount Everest is higher than mountain, highest mountain in the world. You did Very good job. Now, this is the home task for tomorrow